everyone. In this session, I will share findings from AINA Proactive on antiretroviral drug resistance in virological failure cases in Indonesia. Indonesia's HIV epidemic has persisted for over 35 years, with more than 600,000 infections across thousands of islands. New diagnoses still exceed 30,000 per year. Antiretroviral therapy has been available for over 20 years and expanded to all individuals living with HIV starting in 2018 through Test and Treat program. The combination of nucleoside, non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors was used as the first-line regimen since 2003 to 2021. Antiretroviral therapy coverage is improving, and approximately 41% are undergoing therapy. Viral load testing is quite limited, with only 27% of treated individuals tested and 14% achieved documented suppression. Routine HIV genotyping is not part of standard of care. In this setting, Indonesia is rolling out INSTI-based therapy consisting of dolutegravir, tenofovir, lamivudine, and expanding PrEP. There is little baseline resistance monitoring to the first-line regimen drugs. This gap is informed in the AINA Proactive study. AINA Proactive recruited 4,139 adults and 190 children across 19 hospitals on 7 islands between 2018 and 2020. Participants were followed every 6 months for up to 3 years, receiving CD4 counts and viral load monitoring. Our hypothesis was that genotyping treated individuals with persistent viremia throughout this period would identify mutations that jeopardize future INSTI-based or other therapies. This analysis was done on 99 participants with virological failure, namely those with viral load over 1,000 copies per milliliter at consecutive visits. We sequenced for protease, reverse transcriptase, and integrations. We found resistance mutations in 90 of 99 virological failure individuals. The majority of viruses was CRF1-AE. All 21 children had at least one mutation. 9 of 78 adults had no mutations at all, likely reflecting non-adherence. In NRTI, M184V was the most frequent. It presents in 100% of children and 65% of adults. Thymidine analog mutations or TAMs clustered in AZT-exposed individuals, with children showing significantly a higher proportion of TAMs than adults. K65R occurred only in adults. It was observed in 19 of 47 adults exposed to tenofovir. This relatively high proportion of K65R, over 40%, aligns with prevalence in subtype C epidemic. For non-NRTIs, resistance was widespread, predominated by K103N, Y181C, and G190A, reflecting extensive efavirenz nevirapine use. Many cases had multiple non-NRTI mutations, rendering both the first and second generation non-NRTIs ineffective. Non-NRTIs select for connection domain mutations. 63% of cases carried the polymorphic G335D associated with CRF1-AE, and 10% had additional N348I. These variants on their own does not confer high-level resistance, but they can potentiate NRTI resistance when combined with TAMs. The predominance of CRF1-AE with high G335D prevalence underscores Indonesia's distinct subtype landscape and suggests a baseline genotype that resistance may evolve differently here. Sampling was done before rolling out of INSTI. No integrase resistance mutations were detected, suggesting INSTI-based regimens remain fully effective at the time it was started in 2022. Looking ahead, dolutegravir-based regimen should benefit pediatric populations, who are largely tenofovir naive. On the other hand, adults require resistance testing before INSTI and PrEP rollout because high K65R frequency may compromise tenofovir backbones. Finally, demography of our cohort. Cases distributed across Indonesia regardless of local HIV prevalence. This emphasizes that virological failure and resistance are nationwide phenomena. We are now completing a detailed phylogenetic analysis, and preliminary data suggest bridging across geographic areas and risk categories. In summary, our analysis reveals complex multi-class resistance patterns among virological failure cases in Indonesia. These findings support rapid scale-up of INSTI-based therapies, coupled with resistance testing to sustain treatment effectiveness. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your questions.